This is Southampton's training ground, and not far from here is where the academy train. Now I wonder, when they're dreaming about being a Premier League footballer, have they got thoughts of life after football? Well, one man who was thinking about life after football even before he was playing football was this man, Ryan Bertrand.
How are you?
Welcome along.
Thank you.
Just give us an idea, first of all the businesses that you're involved in at the moment.
It's probably more so has been. So it started with, there was a finance company, trading platform we created that was stemmed from my mum. She was, working very hard when I was younger. I used to live in Rotherhithe in South East London, not far from Canary Wharf. She used to work in Morgan Stanley. Nothing special, but just helping out over there. So when we used to go there on Christmas and stuff, I always used to be inspired. And then when the chance come with a few friends of mine, we managed to, set up a successful company, managed to sell it, and it was great for one, thinking ahead, two, to learn business, and to enter a business and to exit a business. You learn a lot.
So I'm guessing your mum was the inspiration and the brainchild behind you wanting to do that kind of thing.
Yeah, I think within me, I'm always thinking, what next? Try to stay ahead of the game, try to stay ahead of the curve, and I think that's instilled from her work ethic. She always seeing her work, and sort of inspired me to always think forward.
So you talk about the financial world. You had that business. I've heard something about an emoji business as well.
Yeah.
Tell us what that's
another one where it was just a concept that we thought of, and it's more. We thought there was a small gap in the market of that. We thought fans would appreciate it. So, we put our heads together and we've done that also. So.
Everyone loves an emoji. Ryan, what's your favourite emoji? What's the one you use the most at the moment?
Mine's actually the laughter crying face one.
Go on, straight in the camera. What does that one look like?
It's got the tears in it. I can't do that.
I'm more of the one, the surprise one with the big eyes. Like.
Are you?
Yeah, I quite like that one.
I think I'm always laughing, so I'm just...
So those are the businesses that are happening at the minute.
Yeah.
What about life after football? I know we talked about you've thought about it even before you started playing. When you do eventually finish playing, which will be a few years from now, I'm sure, what are you thinking about doing after?
I'm thinking if I can stay, after going through business, you understand the values that you learnt, the lessons, the disciplines, and there was one guy that really said one thing to me years ago. He said, kind of stick to what you know, and you can use that in a loose sense. But if you really stick to something you know, because in business you need to have a massive passion for what you're trying to achieve. Otherwise, through the low points, you'll never sustain. You'll never have the drive to go through with it. And as I've developed more and understand football and the dynamics of it on and off the field, I'd like to go into either a supporting sort of role for players, future players and stuff, and focus on becoming like a director of football role. When you read about how historic people done it, if you take the Man City guys, the people that left Barcelona, the strategy they put in, the philosophy they implemented, and to go and replicate that at another club that they've done at City has been amazing. So, really inspired by that. I love football, so and like you say, I'm not old or anything by any imagine. So, I've got a lot left to give, always developing. I look forward to, playing football at the highest level possible, and long may that continue, and I'll never want to wish that away too soon.
I know music is a big passion of yours as well. Are you in charge of it all when it comes to the dressing room before the game?
Yeah, I think between me and Redders, we like to cook up some...
So what kind of music gets played out?
We're on to... at the moment, we're on reggaeton. Don't know if you know about that.
I've heard about it, yeah.
I have to see you. I have to go somewhere. Yeah, so I'll say that's it. The kind of Spanish, South American influence. That's a good compromise, I think, in the changing room. You have the people that like their acoustic-based music. You have people that like their hip-hop dominant music. So I think the kind of upbeat South American songs will.
I guess the music you play as well will depend on the mood. So in the dressing room, you're trying to account for everybody's taste. When you're walking into the ground, we all see you guys with the headphones on and the wash bag under your arm. What's going on in the headphones then, if anything?
Yeah, can't repeat them words again. It'd be high motivating stuff. I like to listen to just before the game or when I'm trying to get into the zone, things that remind me of my youth. So I'll play some explicit music. Yeah.
Give us one.
I can't.
Give us a guilty pleasure. What's your guilty pleasure?
Oh, for me? Okay, so I won't give you the explicit stuff, but I like garage.
Do you really like it? Do you really like it?
For example, garage music. That's kind of my generation back then when I was young.
Okay, when I say guilty pleasure, there must be like, a song where...
So, you know what? I like any music.
That some people might say, no way. You have not got that on your playlist, but you have.
I could have Tracy Chapman.
You got a fast car.
It depends. I can have anything. Eagle Eye Cherry. Anything, yeah.
And what about like, you must have people you know within the music industry, maybe even boy band members. You listen to any of their stuff?
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily.
There must be a bit of Take That or something.
Take That, yeah. Oh, I can go back there.
Today this could be the greatest day of our lives.
Take That, Boyzone and stuff. It all depends on the.
Boyzone as well.
It depends on the time and the place.
Good.
Really.
So when you're standing here now, you're reflecting on the stuff you've done on and off the pitch. Where do you see yourself 5, 10, 15 years from now? Do you think that far ahead?
Yeah, I think you have to. You have goals, and the more and more I think about it, or the time comes round, I settle into my role after football. I'd love to still be in the game, not necessarily as in a manager sense, but more operational side in a football club. And if I'm calling the shots in a football club, I would like the pressure of that, the pressure of, pleasing the fans, running a financially stable ship on the outside, and yeah, that's where I'd like to be. So it's important now that I start to learn what's necessary and hopefully can put that into practice.
Hopefully that's a few years off yet. Well, I'm Bertrand. It's been a pleasure.
Top man, thank you.
You.